Can you hear me? Let me refresh this bad boy. I am getting the live. I can see it. Now I just need the confirmation if you folks can hear me. Grumpy is here. Can you hear me, bro? The electric whittler is here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the good folks are just rolling in here. If you can hear me, give me the old okay, please. Anybody? Sounds good, says Grumpy. Perfect. So then I can get this off my chest. WIP Wednesdays. Wowwy'z Workshop. Thank you. I'm Wowie. And this is the workshop, folks. Thanks for coming back to our weekly WIP live stream where we just all sorts of shit. We do it to it. We get into her. We got projects that have been on the go for a while, and we're going to keep working on those today and trying to get them finished. Just try and get this steampunk challenge. The deadline will be coming up in August, I believe, with Carbon Fusion, and so I got to get her done. I keep starting new things like Little Miss Bing that we got going on there. It's just I got to get one thing finished before I get too far ahead of myself. Loud and clear, says the electric whittler. Well, alrighty. I hope everybody's doing good. I think I could just, you guys don't really need to see my ceiling, if you feel me. That's a little bit better. So how's everybody doing? It's cooking. It is cooking, folks, man. Today I'm gonna do it to it for as long as I can make her. Because it is, well, we got a little bit of overcast, which is nice. But the past couple of days, yesterday was Canada Day up here in the old Great White North. Happy Canada Day to all my Canuck brothers and sisters. Love you guys. Strong and free. Proud, wow, he is. And two brothers, one vision of being Canadian boys. And happy 4th, upcoming 4th to all of our huge family in the USA. We love you all. Hope you guys have a very great and safe time. You know, party hardy, but do it right. Do it right, folks. Don't learn the way old Wowie learned. The hard way. Who do we got here? Abhi Arayan. Hello, I am from India. Hello, Abhi. Thanks for copping in. Welcome to Wowwy'z Workshop. A safe place to do all sorts of art, carving, oh, you name it, man. Electroforming. Oh, we do all sorts of neat stuff here. Happy curmudgeon carving. Matthew is here. Hello, Matthew. Thanks for popping back, man. Really appreciate you. How are you doing, Abhi Aryan? How is it in India? Are you guys getting crazy weather? And I hope you all are safe. All of our brothers and sisters over there in India. Come to India and I'll meet you. Hey, I'll take you up on that if I ever make my way across. That's awesome. Mogwai is in the house. Hello, everyone. How's the mood? How's your heartbeat? Hey, I'm doing pretty good so far. It's warm here though. I got a fan on me, my new DeWalt fan, blowing hard, just a dandy little unit. And then I got my water down there, keep it hydrated. Because I don't know if you've been here before, but in the creation station, it's my little workplace, my little shed, my little safe cocoon. But damn, she can get warm. She can get warm. Thank you for coming, Mogwai. My Instagram account is Two Brothers, One Vision. That's the root, that's the base of our art, is Two Brothers, One Vision. And you go into my bio on YouTube, and you'll find our Facebook and our Instagram there. TwoBrothersOneVision.ca, I believe, is the Instagram. Yes. We post all sorts of stuff. The YouTube is called, well, Two Brothers, One Vision is my brother and myself. And when I started the YouTube channel, my nickname is Wowie. It's been Wowie since I was wee. Why is it Wowie? Well, when I was little, I couldn't say L, right? I was 3, 2 and 3, all right? So when somebody said, what's your name? I said, my name is Wowie Bid, and I'm Fwee. Wowie. That's how I said Larry, okay? So I'm Wowie. And when I opened this YouTube channel, I said Wowwy'z Workshop, right? And you got to spell work with an E, because we come from the oil fields of Alberta, where everything was working. You got to work. Got to get out to the rig, and you got to work. But we're artists. Our souls are artists. True, through and through. And so when I spelled workshop, I did it with an E, because this is our work. All right? Okay. Glad everybody got that off here. Bear Boss Lady is here. How you doing, man? Thank you for popping in. Just continuing on projects, Bear. You know, I don't got a strong back like you boys do. I can't do that crazy frickin' marathon chainsaw carving like you and Josh do. Jordy, everybody, it's just crazy. I have a blown out, I don't have an L3 disc, folks. So if you follow our art, you might see the fact that I use a hashtag called Made in Pain. Now, the hashtag Made in Pain, we started using that to represent artists with disabilities. It doesn't matter what your disability is. It doesn't have to be physical pain. It can be a mental thing. It doesn't matter. We all battle, right? We all fight our own battles. And Made in Pain is a way to say, hey, I'm still here. I'm making art. And I'm out here doing my best. Made in Pain. And we believe that any art that a person has the spirit to get up and face their disabilities or their pains or whatever have you, and to still create something with your time here, that is a truly beautiful thing, you know? The fact that we can still make art with the hardships that we also face at the same time is just it's a great thing, and we feel very, very strongly about that movement. Spider Cat, thank you. Oh, do we got a Spider Cat and a Mogwish, the Spider Cat trailer out now. Meogwish, the Spider, oh, cool. Hello. Welcome, Meogwish, the Spider Cat. When my older brothers were young, the one couldn't say Steve, so my brother became TT. That's funny, and I love that. When I was little, my brother's name was Darren, and so it was Wowie and Durwood. Darren, that's not how Darren said his name, but we were always together, and if Wowie had a nickname, Darren needed one, so we called him Durwood. And then, of course, there was that Newhart show that was on back in the day. You youngins might not remember that one, but there were some characters on there that were Larry, Daryl, and Daryl. Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl, and this is my other brother Daryl. Well, frick, after that show became popular, anytime we went was, oh, Larry and Darren, where's your other brother Darren? Still not over that. I heard that way too many times. Oh, all right, enough of that. Yes, Electric Weather, well said, Wowie. Well, thank you. They were hilarious, eh? A person who does such amazing things with their own hands deserves respect. Hey, I really appreciate that, Magwai. Is it Mogwai, like Gizmo, like the Gremlins, Mogwai? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm sorry. If I fumble up, I very much apologize. I'm doing my best. So I hope you guys are doing well. Yes, if you're the first time here, this is the steampunk skull that I mentioned in the title. Okay? And we've been working on that for a while. This is our entry to the Carving Fusion Steampunk Challenge. And Two Brothers One Vision is also donating an art piece of ours for the winners of that challenge. And we're donating a Nomi. He's a big Nomi. And he's one of our very first that we really put a lot of time into. And that's going to be one of the prizes. So I hope you're taking part in the Carving Fusion Steampunk Challenge, because there's some cool stuff to be won. Mogwai says, yes, a gremlin, but with a kind heart. Well, you are welcome here, sir. Thank you for popping in. Baron Boss Lady says, cool piece. Thank you, man. Well, today, you know, we've been battling back and forth. Look, I'm just like, I've been too much sun for old Wowie there. But I have been using the sun protection, folks, so don't bust my ball. Don't, you know what I'm saying. So, I was in talks with Spike. This here still had, like, it was a chunk of driftwood that had a lot more meat on this side from where we decided to put the eyes there and everything. And so slowly but surely I've been working it away. But I'm weird with things. Sometimes I like to think, like, I will like to leave parts of the driftwood natural to how I found it. And it's just I'm a sentimental fool, and I'll do things like in a weird way. Like, why would I do that? Why would I leave a big piece and make it it's just, hey, I don't know. I feel weird about staying true to things. It's just a strange thing about me. So this has had a lot more meat. What was that? This side. I'm sorry, we're reversed here. So this had a lot more meat on it, and then finally Spike and I were talking, and Spike was like, you know what, buddy? I'm sorry, brother, if this is, you know, so he knows I'm a sensitive soul, but he said, take that off. And he like edited the picture and drew it out there, and he was like, get rid of it, man, it's throwing it off. This is such a cool carving, you know, take it off. So I did. And I grinded all of that off with my Fordham, the old Fordham SR with the 44T handpiece. That's a hogger, okay? And here at the workshop, you're going to see that I use a little array of machines here. I use a Fordham SR. I use all sorts of sizes of Dremels. I also have a custom handmade sanding machine from Pete Blair himself that I have all on Flexshaft, all on Dremel Flexshafts. And that's what these here are. These long, that's the Flexshaft. And yes, I guess I could even zoom you in next time I do that. Sorry. Fire the cameraman. Whoops. Almost fell. So yes, all of the various flex shafts with the different sanders and the different carving bars. We are a Kutzall affiliate, proud and true. And you'll see in the basement, aka the video description, we have some links down there. And also a promo code. If you go through our Kutzall link below, and at the checkout time, use the promo code DIB5. Just to be sure, because the way it's now set up with Kutzall is that if you use the link that's down in the video description, it should automatically apply the discount that you get for using our link. But if for whatever reason you don't see that, use the promo code DIB5, all capitals. And we're also Amazon Associates, those links are down there. So the different things that we use here, excuse me, gotta stay hydrated. All of our Kutzall burrs you can find in the Kutzall website. But for the Dremel bits and stuff that we use, like the 192, it's a big carbide cutter that you're going to see me use. A couple other things, those are in our links down there. Whew, sorry, it's warm. I got to turn this up. There. Woo! So yes, even I just added, I want to say, the Rockwell Jawhorse that I use outside, that holds everything really, really tight. I just added that to my list below too. So when you guys see me use that tool, that is a wicked, wicked tool, you guys. The Rockwell Jawhorse. So that's down there in the basement. Find the links below. And if you use an Amazon link, we get a little tiny kickback. And even if you go through our link and then wander off and buy something totally different, like a blow-up pool for the kids or something, because you went through our link, we still get a little tiny, it tracks all that stuff. It's crazy how it works. But that helps us out. It makes it so that we can just do a little bit more of this channel and do cool things for the channel. I want to get some new like GoPro cameras that I can put in different spots, because I just use one iPhone, right? So slowly but surely we're getting the momentum here. Hello, Amy Joe. How are you doing? Triple J is here. How are you, Triple J? Thank you for coming, Amy Joe. I know it's hard at this time of the day. Much love, sister. Everybody saying hello. Dad is here. Hello, Dad. I am a single working man, and I respect people who work and create excellent conditions for us to live in this world, says Mogwai. Well, I really appreciate that. We have a saying here at Wowwy'z Workshop, and that saying, by Two Brothers, One Vision. I'm sorry this is backwards, but our saying is be a lighthouse. And that encompasses our vision of what we want to do with this channel and sharing everything that we do. It's so that we can help people that are out there, and possibly the people that are still in the storm, and help them find their way home, and maybe find a hobby or an art form that they want to try, because our art is is therapy to us. It gives us therapy with our pain. My brother has his own very horrible medical conditions and situations, and art gives us is therapy, purpose, and for family, and that's our motto here. And to be a lighthouse is just to shine your shine out there and do your best. John! Hey there, brother. Ava is here. Hello, Ava. Hi, Ava. Happy curmudgeons. John is here. Hello, John. Thanks for coming back, sir. People are starting to roll in here. We got, what, 10 watching now? It's jumping around. 11 likes. Yep, hit that like button, folks. It's little tiny pellets to the hamster, to the algorithm hamster. And every time you hit like, gives him a little pellet. Makes him happy. Keeps him happy. You might notice here I'm wearing a copper feather pendant. That one stands for SOAR. That's from my brother Darren. One of his very special. I'll put it in my shirt when I get working with stuff. But hi, John. Thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate everybody. I just finished my strawberry carving, says John. That's awesome. I hope it looks great. I'd like to see it. And thank you. Somebody just hit the like. That little hamster just got a pellet. And people watching, you're gonna see me interacting and stuff here. I'll read it out a lot of the time, is because for the first 24 hours, people who watch can't see the live chat. And so I just read them out so that people are more part of it if they watch it later. So please, your patience is greatly appreciated. And every comment means a lot to me. You guys deserve to be heard, you know? Whoa. Knocking shit over, Wowie. Oh, and there I went. First swear. Sorry, Allie. Sorry, sweetie. I did it. I'd love to be on the top ranks. Thanks for the feedback. Hit that like. Oh, well, thank you, Matthew. Matthew says, please, everyone, hit the like. Larry is well worth it. Well, I really appreciate that. And John, yes, do a video. Let's see the strawberry carving. I was going to say, sorry, I got rambled in there. You're going to see me interacting with a lot of these people. Almost all of the people that come and do our live chat here and part of the community are all carvers themselves and amazing creators. And so you'll see them talking and stuff back and forth about their projects and their ongoing deals. And it's really cool, man. It's an amazing tribe that we're all a part of. And we also, if you are, it's a family show. Wow, he says the electric whittler. I know, I did it. I dong did it. But, what I was saying is that if you're part of Facebook and you are a carver or a wood carver is what this specific group that I'm mentioning is. It's the Kindred Spirits Wood Carvers. If you go on Facebook and you look up groups, Kindred Spirits Wood Carvers is our carving group, and we call it the Tribe, and it's a family. It was formerly the Carving Fusion World of Wood Carvers, and we took it over. Name got changed, but it's all the same root people from the beginning, and it is an amazing community. Hit us up. Come on over to Kindred Spirits. Tell them wow we sent you, because there's a question there, and if you don't answer the question, which a lot of people do, I don't know what the frick they're thinking. You don't get in, and it specifically says, why do you want to be a part of this group? Brackets, you must answer the question in order to get in, but 85% of the people don't answer the question. Don't know. I do not know. Aubrey Ranches. Aubrey and Kale checking in. Aubrey is my beloved cousin. Kale is my cousin as well, and Kale is her son, and Kale is the Digi-Wizard. The Digi-Wiz is for short, but it's the digital wizard. And Kale is the young man who helped me do the Kindred Spirits logo, to digitize it and bring it to life with color. And he's actually just done one as practice for me for one of the Carving Fusion logos I did. Kale took it and did a nighttime scene that nobody's seen yet except Jordy. And Jordy said, that is awesome. Kale, you are doing so great, man. I'm so proud of you, sir. The Digital Wizard, aka the Digi-Wiz. Be right back, y'all. We'll leave you running. Jamie needs my help. Okay, yeah. No worries. Much love, sister. Tell Jamie. Fist bumps from Wowwy. Much love, big guy. Thank you, Aubrey, for coming. Yes, Kale is the Digi-Wiz. He's just... It was like one of his... He did a couple of logos for a baseball team that they're all part of and stuff. But this was the first time he did like a big thing for us, for the Kindred Spirits, and it just turned out amazing. So he's got a knack for it, you guys, and it is. I wish I could. We don't have merch yet, but when I can start flashing it up in my lives, I'll be showing you guys. Awesome job. Oh, Matthew has to go. Sorry I have to leave so soon. I'm still running around today. I'll watch you later. Well, thank you, sir. Have a safe running around. And pop on back later and have a watch. It all counts. It's all great. You be safe, sir. So, now that I got that ramble and jam. Oh! Wonder what is in this thing. Looky here. There's been some new plans going on with Little Miss Bing. Look what I got. I got a fistful of gems, folks, and a whole bunch of smaller ones. I'm not going to use those green ones. I'm going only for the clear ones for this. But Little Miss Bing is going to have gems incorporated, and coming out of the back of her, and then also coming out of the burl. And then also, she's going to be holding something. You guys knew that I was making Bing into a lamp, but old Wowwy went looking for special light bulbs, and he found something, and it goes with these gems, and holy camoli, it is going to be freaking wicked, man. It is going to be wicked. So today, you know, I've been sanding on Bing and stuff. I'll bring Bing into the situation soon, folks, so you know what I'm talking about. And I've been sanding on her, making her all smooth, so it's kind of crazy that I now decide that I'm going to put some big chunks of crystal in the back of her. Well, I'll just grab her. Just a sec. There she is. Bing! She's a little light guardian, guys. So, she's going to have crystals. Like a cluster of crystals off the back of her. Coming out the back of her. And I'll do like a little cluster and then a smaller cluster. And then she's going to have one coming out of her third eye in the center. There's already a little spot for it. And then there's going to be some crystals coming out of her burl base. So I am stoked about that. After we work on the skull for a little bit, I'm going to start sinking those in. And we'll just like do our best to like draw the shape of the crystal on her back, and then we'll go in with the Kutzalls and we'll carve it out and we'll make it so that I can slide in there nice and Kentucky. Whoa, lots of stuff going down, guys. And then, like I said, for the steampunk skull, now I started some work on the flame tips here the other day, but I didn't get them finished, and so I got to do that. Finish what I started. I started an extra lick right there, so I got to refine these here, make them more proper, you know, smooth and flame looking. Sand this out, and then we must figure out this part. Now, the steampunk skull is going to have a lock and key, because it's dead men tell no tales, folks, is the theme of the steampunk skull. So this will be here with this little one here just for added visual pleasure. And that's going to be here on the mouth part where the mouth would be. Okay? So today I must find true center. I'll put them in there too, so it's safe. Must find true center of that, drill the hole, make it permanent, make this vision permanent, and then I will start finishing it around here. I'm going to have different lines coming up here so it looks bone and like the gums and stuff, and just add some more texture in there and get those holes drilled for the hardware so it's in there and done. And then I can think about signing the back with a wood burner and then hanging some hardware, and then that'll be about done. All right, well, let me put little Miss Bing here down and safe. Let me see what everybody's saying. Kale says thank you. Oh, Electric Wheeler first says thank you for your hard work, Kale. You did an awesome job on the Kindred Spirits logo. 100. That's wicked. Yes, he did. I concur. And yeah, it's Kale. It's Kale with a K-A-E-L. You did it right. I love that thing. It's fantastically weird. I think you're talking about Little Miss Bing. That's awesome, because that's what she is. Looking at your work, I wanted to try something woodworking myself. Mogwai Beaver nonsense, guys. In fact, great work. Well, thank you, Mogwai. Simon Breeds is here. Greetings from Germany. Well, hello, Simon. Simon is a member of the Kindred Spirits clan, of the tribe, and Simon is also a personal friend of mine on Facebook. We talk back and forth on Messenger pretty much daily. Thank you. Thank you for coming, man. Simon Breeds is in the house. Yes, I'm talking about Miss Bing, Electric Whittler. Yes, thank you. She is a little, kind of a marvelous little creature, eh? She's a something. She's a something. So yes, once we get the slots in for those gems, I will make sure that the holes are good and ready for gluage. But after I drill the holes, then I can think about painting the robe, and then the gluing of the gems will come after the painting, and then after the gluing of the gems will come flock grass, and some static grass and green flocking to make it look like there's moss and grass around growing on the back of her. I want to make it look like she looks like she came out of the ground. That's why she's got a crystal coming out of her head and out of her back and stuff. So it's going to make sense, guys, when you see it all coming together. But yes, that's what we're going to be trying to do today. I'm going to work on those flame licks a little bit more, and then we'll take her out there, put her in the Jawhorse, and then I'll get up on a little step, and I'll use this bad boy. So I don't have a drill press big enough, because I really want to make sure that this hole is plumb and true, right? Or else the big key ain't going to sit in there right. So I'm gonna bring this DeWalt, corded DeWalt. This thing is powerful, man. If it catches on something strong and you're not ready, it'll frickin' rick your wrist, sprain your wrist. So this bad boy, I will get up above out there on my little step because it has a bubble in the back, a little leveling bubble. So with that, I will do my darndest on live TV to get that hole straight and true. And then my plan is, because I'm also going to put the keyhole, this antique brass keyhole, underneath the big key. It's a double key. It just means it's extra secure, right? But after I've gotten this lined up in our little holes punched for the screws, I will paint the section that will be behind there on the wood. I'll paint that black, a flat black, so that it looks like it's a black hole, right? Like a black behind the keyhole. And I'll paint that quickly and then attach that on in the end. But, you know, we can get all the holes drilled and stuff, but there ain't going to be no attaching today. These things, there's so many steps, man. So many steps. So we just really want to get the carving part done on it so that we can worry about the hardware next. Because deadlines are rolling in. Deadlines are coming. Hello, Josh Goulet. Thank you, Simon. I'm sorry, guys, I'm yelling. I get excited with these. I'm yelling. Okay, guys, it was nice to chat. Take care of yourself. Be happy and healthy. Work is waiting for you. Well, thank you, Mogwai, for coming by. I hope you come again, man. New friend to the channel. Now, Josh Goulet just rolled in. Josh Goulet is my great friend, one of my best friends. And he's a friend out here, like one that I see in physical form. And he lives out here on the island, too. He's a wicked painter. He's really, really helping us at my mom's house. He just redid their deck with a new, like, super cool coating that he painted on. And it's all weatherproof and stuff. And now they just did the steps that go down to the underbelly, our little workplace over there. And he redid the steps and put these grips on there, all for the mama. That's right, you guys, hit that heart for Josh, because he is one hell of a, I'd say that guardian angels come in strange packages sometimes, and one of those is Josh Goulet, as well as his brothers. He's got some brothers. They're freaking great people, man. Okay, I won't do that anymore, but I know that I'm making you blush and making you feel uncomfortable. Roberto de Gruger, meetings from the Netherlands. Hello, Roberto. Thanks for coming, man. That's awesome. Oh, Arun Sony Free Fire India. Buddha. Well, hello. Josh says, thanks, bro. Right back at you. Thank you, man. It's 11:33 in Germany. It's only 2:30 in the afternoon here, Simon. That's why I'm all full of piss and vinegar. It's just in the afternoon. Yeah, so I really appreciate you folks staying up. I believe you and Claire Bear, from another admin from the Kindred Spirits. She's a great friend, but she lives in Paris, not in Paris, but France, and she's an hour later than Wheels and Spike, and Spike's in Scotland. We are tribe worldwide, folks. We got tribe from all over the world that are part of this community. So, Rebecca Cunningham, hi from Tennessee. So yeah, sorry Simon, before I ramble, it's 2:30 here. Thank you for staying up, sir. I really appreciate it for the folks that stay up late, because Claire can't usually get here because she's they've already cuddled up watching a movie, and then to get up again and come and listen to my stupid butt. No, you go to bed. Be cozy. I really appreciate it. Rebecca Cunningham, Rebecca Cunningham, hi from Tennessee. Hello, sister. Thanks for popping in. And now Melanie Cummins is here. Hey Larry, you are awesome. Love your energy. Thank you, Melanie. I love your energy too. You're a true blue person. Really, really appreciate you watching you on Instagram and stuff. I love the light that you, my sister, will be getting one of these Be a Lighthouse stickers, because you are one. Darren Dibb is in the house. The mod squad comes rolling in. Hello, Darren. Folks, Darren Dibb is my brother, my little brother, and Darren Dibb is the other half, the prettier half, I must say. The Two Brothers, One Vision. That's what this logo represents, you guys. Thank you for coming, Darren. I know it's Darren hasn't been feeling well, so the fact that he comes is really means a lot. Rhinestone Suzanne is in the house. Hello, sister. Another wicked carver and creator. My goodness. And yes, I subscribe to you, man. Once again, see you soon. Have a productive day. Thank you, Mogwai. Welcome to the family, sir. I hope everybody watches, subscribes. I really need it. And we'll always give you our very best from Two Brothers, One Vision and Wowwy'z Workshop. You'll get it. It's the Wowie guarantee. You'll get it. Thank you, Darren, for coming, man. Robert C. Peters is in the house. And Suzanne, your dragonfly for your first chainsaw carving. You, sister, there ain't nothing that you can't do. You just continue. You are on fire. You just keep going, man. Wow, he's gonna freaking fan the flames. Robert's in the house. Thanks, Robert. My loyal friend and brother, Robert C. Peters. And you folks, if you're, switch over and check out on a lot of these people that are in the live chat. They have really awesome YouTube channels too, and deserve a subscribe and the thumbs up and all the good stuff. All of them pellets for the frickin' algorithm hamster. He needs the pellets. We got 19 already, folks. Hit that like button. 14 watching. Hey, that's pretty good because all I'm doing is rambling. So, you're welcome, sister. You're welcome. You deserve it. And like I said, bro, people, today I'm sporting the copper feather from my brother. Close to my heart, bro. So, guys, let's get talking about what I'm going to do over here now, right? After all that rambling and jambling. He's a rambler. He's a jambler. He's a hot diddly dandler. Oh, God. What am I even talking about? Wow. Oh, yes, and I kind of noticed from watching I'm trying to improve all the time, guys. Make this the most, make this for your viewing and audio pleasure, right? So I think this is the best light for when I'm carving. And I'm just going to kind of like, you won't have the right direct overhead view today, but I'll work on these flames a bit. Just get that finished up of what I started, what I was rambling there about. And I'll get those carved, and then we'll start hitting this with the laser, with the old Black & Decker laser level. And we'll shoot the laser up its middle, and we will figure out what true center is for this. And I can already tell that my nose is crooked, but hey, this is there ain't no going back now. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna help this bad boy get our line so we know where that middle is. Because once you drill a hole, if you drill your hole and it ain't in the middle of those eyes, well, I don't know what to tell you. It'll haunt me till my dying day. Okay, guys. So, to get up there and get working on those flame licks, what the heck is going on here? I got little camera things and, geez, this thing in the way. And as always, my faithful, beloved viewers, Wowie, when he's carving, uses the PPE, okay? This 20 2091 is from the 3M. That is a standard wood and dust filter that you can all get off of Amazon. I haven't added these things to my Amazon store yet, but I'm working on the Amazon store. I should say my links below, but I don't want to have too many links in my video description. So I'm working on trying to get far enough in this program where I can open an Amazon store and then have all of the things that I use and not worry about how many. Like right now I'm just trying to do the most important links, the most important tools for you folks. But while he's working on it, I am working on it. And we just got accepted into the official Amazon. So this is I use these ones here that have like the foam around the edges, because when you're wood carving, things can get up and under a regular safety glasses. Believe me. Why? How do I know that? Because it's happened to me. I learned the hard way. So I'll be sporting these like that, and we're gonna go at these licks just in order to get the holes and the depth in there deep enough. I'm gonna start with a Kutzall. That is a taper burr with coarse, what I call the flavor. The flavor is coarse, okay? And that's a great one for doing what I'm doing up here. And these little licks here, I'll get that material woven away good and quick. And then we'll start thinking about those drill holes. We're getting there. Time to make some noise.
the bell. Hear them go. Go! Okay. Okay.
Almost got those now to the point where I'm just happy with it. I wanted it to look like fire mixed in with the natural live edge of the driftwood. And if some of you may remember that this scar here is going to have two copper plated, they're like stitches that Darren and I made. Here it is. These. They got a hole on either side. They look like motorcycle chain link. So there's going to be a couple of them covering that scar, that big scar that comes down there. I did that on purpose. It was just a little tiny line in the beginning, but I've been making it bigger and bigger because I want the whole made in pain, you know, made in pain. I want that to be represented. I want that to represent made in pain is what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry, guys. Whew! Like I said, it is hot in here. But I got it almost to the point now where I'm just, you know, I'm good. I'm good with the carving. I may go in deeper in here in these two little spots. Because look, I still got some shape, but getting to the point where, yeah, I am going to go a bit deeper in those holes. I see that it's a bit higher on this side than this one. So I'll go in there with the old Kutzall Extreme Sphere. That's the bigger one that they sell. And I'll go into these little dimple spots here and get them perfectly even on both sides. So I can't have that stuff not matching, right? I'm just going to switch that over quick. Oh, so how are you guys doing? How are we doing? Let me just have a quick read here. I'll have a sip of water. Whew. If it's plus 25 outside, I don't know what it is in this little shanty shack. I'll just do that because I like the light better when it's like this when I'm taking my breaks. Gotta stay hydrated. Watching 2 lives. Who else is doing a live at the same time? Until It's Gone Carving is here. Wheels, how you doing, brother? Everybody, Until It's Gone Carving, an amazing carver himself. Check him out. Also, Amy Jo, you'll see here in the comments, Amy Jo is an amazing creator. And I decided today, this morning, Amy Jo are having a little private chat about some private business that's going down. Some heart work, with an H, heart work, okay? And yeah, I'm going to sign up on her membership. And I, any of you folks, you know, if you want to support artists and they get to the point where they're allowed to have memberships after their 1,000 subs or whatever, do that for them. It's a great thing, a great way to support your friends. And I'm going to sign up for Amy Jo's. I finally mailed your stickers, Larry. Sorry it took so long, I got lazy. Hey, no worries, man. Old Wowwy'z the king of, you know, rolling in when there's two seconds to spare. Thanks for coming, Wheels. What do we got? Oh, Kevin Peterstrelli is in the house. Hello, my wee plonker brother from the UK. How you doing, my brother from another mother? And Pauline, if she's still awake. And Claire. Claire's in the house. I mentioned Claire earlier, guys, from France. Holy smokes, we got them all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Kevin. Is this the first live you caught, sir? I think it may be. That's awesome, man. I just feel like the whole family's here. Yo! Wowwy'z Workshop. Alan Terry's here. Big Al's in the house. Holy smokes, guys. Hey, Bud just dropped in to give you a like and a comment. Well, thank you, Alan Terry. That's awesome, man. Every one of them is greatly appreciated, sir. Hope you're doing well. No on the second one. Oh, Pauline's not there. And how are you doing, Claire? Bonjour, mon ami. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Et toi? Bien. Well, that's just awesome, man. So yeah, we got folks from Florida. We got folks from Germany. Simon is here. I don't know if Spike's here, but we got Scott. He's always represented here. He's from Scotland. So now we got Kevin Strelly. He's from the UK. And Miss Claire Bear, she's from France. Wow. That's awesome, man. Tribe worldwide, guys. Tribe worldwide. Just sit back a little bit there. I don't have to stand on my step. Stump step. So, welcome everyone who's just entered. Yeah, oh wow, he's still working on this. Gosh, but darned it. Steampunk skull. I'm gonna do a little bit more work there. Balancing these two sides. And then it's gonna be time to start drilling in the holes for this. Oh man. It's been a long time coming. But I'm just gonna take a quick little break there before I put the stuff back on and start making noise again. Great, yes, great to see all the old friends here. That's all the French I learned at school. That yes, that's basically all I learned too, Wheels. What you just heard me say. It's like introductory French, right? Woot woot, yes, tribe strong, Amy Jo. Tribe strong. And to any of you carvers out there or people that are just starting, it doesn't matter if you're a whittler, a power carver, a chainsaw carver. Come check out Kindred Spirits Woodcarvers. Come check out Kindred Spirit Woodcarvers on Facebook. It's a group. It's a safe place to come and share your work and get the utmost positive feedback from your tribe. You know, we will give opinions if opinions are asked for, but other than that, have you seen Bambi? There's a little thing that Thumper learns from Thumper learns like a hard life lesson, and that's if you don't got something nice to say, you don't say nothing at all. Yeah, well, that's what Kindred Spirits. That's kind of how we roll there. Oh man, Claire, you're still suffering the back pain, eh? Claire has a bulged disc, I believe, but she's got sciatic pain, and she's having a little taste of a lot of us live with, and it is not fun, man. It is not fun. Yes, Tribe Strong, Amy Jo. I'm thinking of you every day, sister, and I hope that once the doctor gives you the okay, that you try out that yoga set that I sent you, because it saved my life in a lot of ways. I wouldn't be here doing these lives and being able to stand, you know, for up to 2 hours. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without my yoga stretches that I found, and I swear by it. Made in pain, that's right, Robert. Made in pain, and it applies to so many of us here in this tribe. Art is like our therapy. You know, it gives us purpose each day. Having an ongoing project, and it's as weird as it may be, some of these projects I kind of drag them out a little bit longer because it gives me that thing to wake up to every day, right? You know, when you wake up and you get past those initial thoughts of pain and stuff, and okay, yeah, that hurts. Oh yeah, I'm still alive. But after you get past that crap, you can start counting the blessings that you have, and think about, oh yeah, I have that project. Like, okay, no, all is not lost, right? That's made in pain. Much love, y'all. Have to finish cutting this out before Jamie wants to leave for the day. I will leave you running. Hugs, Amy Jo. Thank you, sister. I know you're really, really busy. And best luck with what you're working on. I'm very proud of you for what's gonna go down, and I'm happy to help and be part of it. Oh boy, it's so hot, says Kevin. Yes, man. Yes, the UK has been hit with a major heat dome, however you call it. Much love, Amy Jo. Much love. And now when I can't sleep, I can carve with my knife. Yes, Robert just got a beautiful knife from Just Carve Rob. Just Carve Rob is another amazing creator that we all know and love, and he also makes knives. So if you ever need to find a good carving knife, whittling, Just Carve Rob can hook you up. Congrats, Robert. That's awesome that you have that. You deserve it, man, and you're gonna do lots of cool stuff with it. Sorry, Allie. That's swear number 2. Not too bad though for 1 hour. 2 swears. That's pretty good for old Wowie. Been using a knife to carve lying on my stomach in 38-degree heat. Jeez. My goodness, 38, eh? That's nuts. And that's Celsius, folks. That's hot, man. When it's like, if it ever hits 40, I used to fruit pick. And when it hit 40, man, that's when you just go inside and find a fan or some AC, because it ain't no fun no more. Actually, where I used to fruit pick, sorry, little story time here, but we had called the Similkameen River, ran through our little town that I would fruit pick and stay in. And so once it got hot enough in the day, too hot in the day, we all went down on these rickety old bikes that they left for all the fruit pickers, and drive down to the river and spend the afternoon in the river. And yeah, it was some good times, man. Oh, Wheel says it got to 35 the day before yesterday. It was too freaking much. It is. That's just so hot. It's so hot. I pray for everybody because things are changing, folks. It isn't a one-off, okay? And I'm not going to get into all of that, the big, huge argument about climate change and stuff. But there ain't two ways about it. Things are changing. They're shifting. You can't deny that, okay? And people like that, we have to adapt and overcome and carry on, right? So, but man, is it hard. Oh, Grumpy says we call that swamp ass weather. Swamp ass, yes, I've heard of that term before. Woo, hee hee. When you can smell your own butt, that's when it's too much, man. Too much information, Wowie. Jeez, Wowie, what are you doing? But I feel ya, Grumpy. I know what you're saying. Hey, salute. So is here. How you doing, sister? Yes, I know. Ick, sorry, Claire. Swamp ass weather, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Pen on Fire and Carvings is here. Sean, thank you for coming. Truly appreciate you, sister. Hope you're doing okay in your heat wave that you're suffering through. And then, Pen on Fire, I want to address Sean. He just got, what is it called when they give you he finally got some answers to the terrible neck pain, a prognosis, is that the word? But Sean, he's got really, really bad pain that he's suffering, and he's finally they got a name for it now. Way too much for me to remember and repeat, but at least they can start zeroing in on things, brother, right? Because I understand chronic pain. Yeah, my full empathy, man. Just hold strong. Hold strong. Throkic outlet syndrome. Throkic outlet syndrome. Perry the Carving Wizard is here. Hello, Perry. Fist bumps, my man. And a salute to you, sir. Thank you for coming. And head trauma. Well, you're always in my thoughts, brother. As a fellow pain sufferer, when I know my tribe members are hurting, you're in my thoughts every day. All of you, Claire, everybody included. It's terrible that you guys are suffering, but I want you to know that you have my support, and you have me to always, anytime, man. I don't care what time it is. You can message old Wowie, and I will give you whatever I can, whether it just be advice from my own past experiences, or I'll help you any way I can. You got my word on that. Bonjour, Claire. Says so. The two sisters who speak the beautiful French language. Perry's asking Robert how that strop is going. Yep, because Robert got some knives. Good. All right. Well, that was my little break there. I'm going to keep on keeping on. So, next I'm just going to balance these two spots. I didn't even see that this one was so much higher until you look at it. I can see it looking through the camera that this needs to be higher. So I'm going to go in there and do that quickly with my ball, my Kutzall Extreme Sphere in extreme flavor. Extreme is the flavor, sphere is the shape. Wowie is a man. Rambling crazy jambler. I also got this in here, guys. This is a watcher. You hear Wowie talk a lot about Wowie's watchers and stuff. I just wanted to show you one of my very first ones. Again, holding the light. Always protecting the light. And I even carved this out all the way to where this is the cavity, because I tried to make a base with a little tiny light bulb. And after I did all of that work and then made the base with the little light bulb and I sat it on there, you see there's like a felt padding, and I turned it on, and I even turned all the lights down low, and I turned it on and you could see nothing. It was just this little tiny ding. But yeah, that didn't work out, that whole thing. But that's a watcher. So when you hear me talking about watchers, guys, that's what it is. They're sentinel, they're guardian wood spirits. They always protect the light. Most of them have no face, because in the stories of old, they said that the watchers had faces of fire. You couldn't see their features. It was just light, and then holding the light and faces of fire. So this is my vision with the watchers, right? And I've been thinking a lot about it, and I'm gonna do a watcher challenge real soon, and it'll be the Wowwy'z Workshop watcher challenge. It won't be anybody else's. It's gonna be from Wowwy'z Workshop, and yeah, everybody will have to make a watcher protecting their own, whether it be a gem or a little light. If you light it up like a lamp, like how I do, it doesn't, whatever, however you decide. It could even just be doing this, but the watcher challenge is coming, guys. Okay. Now, I'll get you back. And we'll do a little bit more work on this bad boy. Yo! Put on the PPE. Always, folks, if you're getting into power carbon, don't mess around with the PPE. You need it. It's necessary. Always use it.
All right. Let's do it.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes, she's warm. She is warm, folks. My goodness. Okay, let me see if I can get caught up here. Okay, yeah, sorry guys. I'm just getting caught up. Pete is here. Hello, Pete. Thanks for popping in, sir. Maybe that's a bit better with the light. Here, I'll do this. There. Hello, Pete. Mark Tries to Carve is here, folks. Mark Tries to Carve is coming in from New Zealand. And it's tomorrow. Well, it's my tomorrow. His today is my tomorrow. So thank you for coming, Mark. How is Thursday? Everybody's just saying hi to Pete and Mark. Pete says, I can hardly wait for the Watcher Challenge. I have the perfect piece. I've been holding it for ages. That's awesome, man. Love hearing that. I'll be up for the challenge, Pete, says Claire. Awesome. Yeah, everybody's just talking. Mark Tries to Carve. Rashida Bendada. Hello. Hello, Rashida. Thanks for popping in. Wowwy'z Workshop. I'm Wowie. This is the workshop. And like my shop, Wowie seems to have a place for everything and everything in its place. Well, I make it look like that, sir, but I appreciate it. So, guys, moving right along. Next, I want to get that figured out. I want to get that center figured out, man. Where we're gonna start popping the holes, right? So maybe it'd be better if I do that. But what we're gonna do, I've been looking at it this way. And when she's on a flat, because I got this weird pegboard thing here, so it's not perfect, but when she's on a nice, perfect flat surface, I can see that the eyes and the nose are poking straight up. So I'm good that way. I'm good vertically. But now I must figure out with this laser level the true middle, so that when we drill these holes, everything is totally on line, right? So I better get a pencil ready. I'm going to make a couple marks, and then I'll hold it up, and we can pop it into the old sorry. Maybe if I have, sorry folks, just let me do a little screwing around here. So if I can get this to sit here nice, that's not, why isn't that? Oh, I see. There. Now, if I can get this to sit perfectly, it'll give me the chance to make some marks. Okay. Oh, this is the scary part, guys, because if we don't get this right, it ain't gonna look right. So I can see already that in the middle of my nose, that middle, sorry, okay. Yeah, I can, sorry folks, it's just that realization that I've done part of the nose is not totally centered. But hey, that's what happens when you're doing stuff like this. You want to start using a laser level and making everything perfect. Well, you're going to see stuff like that you may not want to see. But that's okay. I want this to be tried and true. Yeah. Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. Really got to make this part work right. So you see that cross right there? That is where my level is saying is the middle. But my eye is saying differently. No, I think that'll be okay. So let's just make sure that's where I want. Yeah, no, it's a little bit low there, Wowie. We want this part to be more here, okay? So I'm going to move that little cross up just a little bit. But right there is where we want this to go. So, next part is going to be starting. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's crazy. It's like, yeah, I'm going to have to take some more time getting this part straight, guys, because we do not want to put that hole in the wrong spot. And looking up and underneath, that's where it says it should be. So, sorry folks, I know that's not very exciting television, but this is the hole that I'm going to go with right there. And I'm going to make it, I'm poking it in with the official poker, guys. I'm poking it in with the official poker. So there ain't no turning back after that. Okay. So, Wowie, if that's the way you're going, I'll align the keyhole and everything else up afterwards. After we get that drilled. Okay. Now, I'm going to just set that down for a moment, and I'm going to grab little Bing here. Bing! There she is, guys. Woo! Little Bing, the guardian spirit. So, some of you may have caught me talking, but up the back of her here, we're going to add some gems. Woo! That's better. Who's? Oh, Black Widow Woodworking is here. Hello, Tim. Black Widow Working is my good friend and brother, Tim, and his wife is battling cancer. Her name is Jen. She has a Facebook group called Jen's Journey. Please, folks, and if any of you are on Facebook, please go check it out. She's worthy. She's an amazing person and fighter, and we want to get as much focus as we can to her cause. And so please go. It's Jen's Journey on Facebook. Thank you, Claire. Claire says she's cute. She's a strange little thing. But we're gonna figure out where some of these crystals can be growing out the back of her. And we're gonna carve in those spots. Okay, well, I think to start, I know I really want this big beauty. I want that one coming out. And it wants to kind of, let's see how does it want? Like that. And then maybe a smaller one coming out like that. Maybe right here. And this little one here, poking. Yeah, that would work. A little cluster on the back of her. And then another one or two. You know, that might be too big. And let me just, I think maybe these ones might just be a bit too big for on the back of her, but we got this one. So that could be the bigger one. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna go around with my pencil, make a quick little mark there, and then we'll just use the Kutzall to grind in there and carve out the spot for it. And there are cavities in Bing, so I hope that I don't start carving in and it just falls right through into a cavity. But if that does happen, we're just gonna have to figure it out, right? So let's say this one will be like out a little bit here and poking out this way. So I'm gonna write a little circle there, and then over here, that'll be a great spot for that one. So I'll just make a little mark here. And we'll start with those three. Can you see the marks? 1, 2, 3. So we'll start with them. And I'll start grinding them in there. And make sure I keep the ones that I'm doing. Don't get it mixed up. And then closer to, I want to do a couple more closer to her face. And then, like I said, that one perfect one coming out of her third eye. Like a little beauty coming out of her third eye. Okay, guys. Well, you know that feeling when you're not quite sure what you're doing, but you know in your heart what you want? Well, that's where old Wowwy is. And on live television, I wonder if I can break that off a little bit. Just give me a sec here. On live TV, oh, that worked pretty good. Just use the old wire snips to bust off the base of that little, so that is easier to easy in there. Okay, I'll try that a couple of times with this. See if I can make that a little bit more flatter. Close your eyes. Oh yeah. Person could also try putting that on a sander. Like an orbital sander, to see if that'll make it. But we'll do those second holes after. We're gonna get these first ones in there, guys. I ain't messing around. I'm gonna hold the vision and I'm just gonna go on to it. And we are gonna do it to it. Okay, I see how I had it lined up, right? That. Okay, PPE time, and then we'll have another little break.
Oh,
I'll just say quick, I'm gonna go in there to carve out these gem slots with a Kutzall Extreme. Again, folks, all of the Kutzall burrs you can find in the links below in the video description. Pen on fire is going. Good night, Sean. You take care of yourself, man. Love you, brother. Mike is making stuff. What it do, sir? Thanks for popping in. We're just doing some slots for crystals and Bing. Thanks for coming.
alrighty. Is that better to see, or is that? I'll leave it like that. Okay. Here we go. Time for the show. You.
already. Yeah, I'm sure that's just oodles and oodles of excitement. But it started. It has begun. They cut so well. Night, Claire. You going, Claire? Hello, Anwin? Onwin? What a beautiful name. Hello. Good night, Claire. Thank you for coming, sister. I really appreciate it. Much love to you. That's a beautiful name, Anwin. Anwin. Tribe, I've got to go to work. God bless. God bless you, sir. Thank you for coming, Robert. Much love, brother. See you next time, Robert. God bless to you, sir. So yes, Anwin, we're making a little super cute little light bearer, light protector. So as you guys saw me there, I'm just getting that channel figured out. And anytime you do something like this, you're gonna have to carve in extra space for the glue and whatnot. So take that into account. This one's going in pretty good. But yeah, I didn't really think about how deep I'm gonna have to go to sink these bad boys to the proper depth. So I'm just gonna keep going at it. I'm gonna keep going. If that's okay with you guys. Would you like to see me change up and do something else? But this stuff that we got to do on Bing here, it has to get done. It has to get done so that we can move on to the next phases. So I'm just going to keep motoring right along. Is that okay with y'all? You guys are still enjoying watching it? So I sure enjoy showing you. I sure enjoy having you. Yes, this, I do not know what wood this is, folks, but let me tell you. Bing being like a super hard burl, that's crazy. It's crazy hard wood. And you could hear my machine just a rootin' tootin'. So I'm just going to keep going a little bit deeper in there. One sec.
slowly but surely, we're getting her in there. But I want to make it like, I want that to be about, you see that like little floaty line there? That's how deep I want that big one to be.
Sorry, I'm talking into my face mask. Jeez. But you see there's kind of like a weird little fault line through there in that crystal. That's how deep I want this big one to be. So I got another inch to go in deeper. This one as well, I want to be probably in that deep. So I'm going to have to keep going. This little one out here. That little cutie. The cutie. Again, another at least a ½ inch for that one. So geez, that's a lot harder carving than I expected it was going to be. I'm going to try going in there with my Kutzall Extreme small ball. I try to keep learning. I believe it's very important for our brain health. Right now I'm learning to melt stuff in a microwave kiln. Glass and marbles for now. Anyone else trying new art? That's awesome. Pete, you have to keep me posted on that. Because both Darren and I are very, very interested in the microwave kilnage, if you will. We're already thinking about getting a microwave for the underbelly. Chow! Hey? That's what we need. Sorry, face mask. PPE always.
Let's try this one. Hang on there! Hang on there! Yes! That's what I like! We're getting there. Oh, man.
Whew. That is warm. So, let me just get I'd say we're about halfway there with sinking those bad boys in, guys. There ain't no stopping us now. What's begun is begun. Okay, I'm just catching up on the reading here. I put on TV home on when it's so focused on watching. Oh, thank you, Mark. I'm I'm honored that she's watching. And I got to go have a great live stream. Love you, fam. We love you too, Tim. Thank you. Thank you for coming, Black Widow. Peter says, we got 2 kids and 2 grandkids throughout the house, and no one is interested in anything but electronic action. I understand, Pete. Yeah. The little ones, they wanna be playing video games. Get out of my way there. There's little, sorry about that. Fire the cameraman. So there. So that's the vision, guys. Having that cluster right there, a couple more right here, okay? And then the one coming out of her third eye. And then again, there's going to be her big burl base with various little tiny quartz crystals popping out of them. That's the vision. Peter says, I like the crystals. Didn't think I would, but I am now a convert. Well, good. Thank you. Because yes, I know, Pete, sometimes it's like, what the heck is this kid thinking? But I promise. Whoops. Just doing a little bit of a crunch there on this end of this crystal. So if I can sand them down, I wonder, it'll make my the job of having to sink them in a lot easier if I can grind them down, you know, to a more flat. So I might try that. Well, frick, why not? Let's try it right now, because I got I'm all set up outside. So let's stick a crystal just 1 second. I got cords and fans. Wow! Go! Here we are, guys. Now I'm on the outside part of the workshop, and I didn't know what I was going to do today, so I got it all set up out here too. So let's try one of them crazy. Well, we'll just try a P180 of that maximum. Those maximum sanding pads that I get from Canadian Tire. Oh, and this for the folks, I keep mentioning her burly base. Well, that's the base that Bing is going to sit on, and so there's going to be little crystals coming out here and there around that, and then that too is going to have some static grass and stuff around to hide the the glue and everything, and that's her base. Okay? But let's try. Just for shits and giggles, let's try sanding a crystal. You know what's gonna do? I don't know what it's gonna do. I don't know.
Okay. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do that turn. I'll slow it down a tiny bit. It helps if I put a pad on it. Okay, we'll do it again. I'll do these other two crystals too. That worked pretty good. But since we're out here anyways, I'm going to sound a couple things. Keep bad. Alrighty.
Whew. So, it did sand my crystals pretty good. They're not like right flat on the bottom, but they're a lot better. So it's gonna make sinking them a lot easier, right? For old Wowie. And then this other thing that I'm working on there is from this craziness that I've been working on. This old knot, driftwood knot, right? That, you can see in there where it's getting that hole. Well, that too is going to be a light piece. And this is the back plate, okay? So this is going to have a socket inside this, a little pipe coming out of here, and this is going to be wall mounted, a little torch light. But the part that I haven't shared yet, the humdinger part of the design, is that we have a branding iron of our logo, Two Brothers One Vision. I'm going to brand the logo right here with a branding iron and a tiger torch. That'll be a lot of fun to watch. And then so that when this little torch here, it's going to have a copper pipe coming out that will hold the wire inside, and then out the back. And so the light is the little flickering light will light up the Two Brothers One Vision logo. So that's what's going on with this little one. Lots of projects. Like I said, like Wowie needs another one, but hey, it's just how we do around here. Okay, well, now that I've took you guys outside there and slammed you into the ceiling of the workshop, well, knocking down all of my things. I'm just gonna take it back this way like this. Close the door there. My poor neighbors. We'll have a couple closing remarks here while we draw to a close of our little show today. So who's still with me? That is true. John is pound with that like a button. Anyone knowing what he is planning to use that round for? Hello from Trees to These. How's it going, my friend? Thanks for popping in. That is going to be rad, says Aubrey. Well, thank you. I didn't know if you'd still be watching, cuz. Thank you. Yeah, after I do that little, make that little light fixture thing there with that round that Pete was just inquiring about, I think I'm going to give that away to somebody. Just a random subscriber. Jeremiah Williams is here. Hello, Jeremiah Williams. Thank you for popping into the workshop. I'm Wowie. You're always welcome here. While he is wrapping up, I'll see you all next time. I'll be in Missoula, Montana. Hope I remember to tune in. Oh, Missoula Mountain. Do I got that right, Pete? Nice to meet you, Jeremiah. Yeah, we do all sorts of art here. I'm doing a bunch of boring computer jobs and you are entertaining background to balance the boredom. Oh, Montana. So Pete's going to be off to Montana. Well, you have a very safe trip, Pete. Also, I thought I got ground up quartz crystal in my eye. That's got to be a great thing to do. Yeah, I owe you for that Dremel. Multimax. I just remembered this morning I was like making sure I did all my bills, paid all my bills and stuff, looking at what I had left. And I thought, oh man, poor Pete. Nobiverse, Mr. Friday. Jeremiah says I'm an artist too. Well, that's awesome. Here we do, I draw, I'm a pencil artist, and I'm also a carver. And we carve all sorts of crazy things. Like, for instance, little Miss Bing here, who is going to be a lamp with crystals growing out of her. Today we were carving in the shafts for the crystals so I can glue them in. And yeah, she's going to be a light piece and just a little light bearer. Around here at Wowwy'z Workshop, we always have to, it's all about encompassing the light. Like our watcher here. This is what we call a watcher. They're just very easy carves. No face, but they always have some form of light. They're always protecting the light or bringing the light as a gift to man because they're protectors. Now, in the original book of Enoch, there were fallen angels that were called the Watchers. And they were very, very complex creatures. They also came with things like technology for weapons and stuff. So, you know, when you're a fallen angel, maybe all of your priorities ain't quite straight, right? So, our watchers, aren't bringing bad things. They're protectors. They're sentient sentinel protectors, and that's a watcher. And we're very, very passionate about our watchers here at Wowwy'z Workshop. Oh, well, I draw manga. Looks cool. Cool, Jeremiah. Yes, welcome. Please subscribe. And folks, if you're watching, please hit the like. That's the little pellets. The little pellets that we feed the algorithm hamster. And we must feed him. So please, any likes gives a little pellet to that little bugger. We got to keep the algorithm hamster happy. Well, thank you, Mark. That's very that's very kind of you guys to say that. I really appreciate that. I try my best to make things entertaining here, and like I say, I just give it to you. I just give it to you real and raw, and whatever happens, happens in our live streams. I really appreciate you guys watching. So yes, I'm going to keep going. Keep sinking these crystals into old little Miss Bing there. They're getting there. They are getting there, guys. I'm stoked. You know, when I start off my live streams, I have a plan, but you never quite know how she's going to go. So today I just wanted to get that started. Whoop. Getting those sunk in there. And then once all the slots are good and ready for gluing, Then we're going to paint her robe. And it's going to be a dark forest green with shimmers of brass and copper paint. So she looks kind of like she's shimmery, but still she's an enchanted woodland creature, right? And she's a keeper of the light. And I don't know if you guys heard me saying rambling there in the beginning, but I went online the other morning. I woke up. Can I see some of your pencil art? Yes, sir, Jeremiah. If you go into my videos, I have a couple of videos that are of my drawings, and there's one video a complete video of a drawing I did for Carving Fusion. It's another fellow carver, and it's called Jordy's Vision Revealed. Now, if you go to that, it'll be a ways back. I have over 300 videos, but if you look for Jordy's Vision Revealed, it's from beginning to end my whole drawing of this, and lots of it is time lapse, and it's an earlier, be nice to me. It's an earlier video. I just, I'm learning as I go, but it's a really good video of some of my drawing skills, if you'd be so kind to watch. That's awesome. So yes, like I was saying there, you get an idea, but you just don't quite know, and now I'm confident that this is going to be just fine. This is going to work out just fine. I'm excited. And then again, I'm going to keep working on this steampunk skull, guys. You see where I got that hole? I committed. So I'm going to drill there. But looking through here, it looks like it should be even a little bit over. Yeah, I think it should be, just a little bit over even. Wow, it's so weird when you're doing this stuff, opposed to like looking at it while you're doing it and then looking at it through the camera. It's extremely strange. See you later, Pete. Safe travels, my friend. Yes, please do, Jeremiah. I really appreciate it. See you later, Pete. And I'm going to wrap it up at 4:30, so we got 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes to just BS. I want to tell you all how truly grateful I am for all the folks watching. I come back every Wednesday and continue on these WIPs, work in progress. And I love having you here. It's like having a bunch of awesome people over in my living room, listening to me ramble and showing my art. And I truly appreciate you guys. This has been great for me, getting these live streams going. I'm having a lot of fun with them, and I hope you guys are having fun watching too. Nubiverse, Mr. Friday. I'd like to see some of your manga drawings, Jeremiah. My email is Wowwy'z Workshop, just the way it's spelled here, without the apostrophe, mind you, all one word. Wowwy'z Workshop at gmail.com. Anybody who wants to shoot me any pictures of their art, I'd love to see it. I love all types of art. Here at the workshop, art is our therapy, our purpose, and it's for family. Any windfalls that we make and come across with our art, I share with my family, with my wolf pack, and it's just to better our lives any way it can. Art can save people. Art can change your life. Can you say that over for me, please? Oh, Wowwy'z Workshop, just how my channel is spelled, at gmail.com. All one word, all lowercase. It's in my, also you can find that in the bio. If you go to my channel bio, my email is there. So to everybody out there watching, much love to you. We care very much. Keep shining your shine. Be in a lighthouse. Two brothers, one vision. supports you, and we believe in you. $4:30, we made to 4:30, folks. Ow! Well, with that, guys, I hope you guys all have a wicked, most of it's nighttime for you. So have a marvelous night, a wicked day if it's daytime for you. There's Grumpy. Much love. I love you, buddy. Thank you for being my loyal friend. I truly, truly appreciate your support. Hit that like, guys, before I go. 43 likes. That's pretty good for a wowie. Hey? Oh, thank you, guys. And the algorithm hamster thanks you, too. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Nibble, nibble. Hey, thank you for coming, Mark. And Anwin. Hi, Anwin. Hi, sweetie. Please come back and watch. All right, folks. With that, much love, everybody. Wowie out.